It's no question that Alex Verdugo is on fire right now, but aside from his own individual performance, why is that so important to the Boston Red Sox? What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Red Seat Radio. My name is Corbin, and before the 2023 season began, one of the biggest question marks surrounding this Red Sox team was Alex Verdugo. At the end of 2022, Alex Cora called out Alex Verdugo, saying that he needs to take a major step up and take a step up next season. And going into 2023, Alex Verdugo was inching closer to free agency. This is his year to prove that, hey, I could be a major contributor on this Red Sox team. And so far, that's exactly what he's doing. But outside of his individual performance and what it means to Alex Verdugo, what does it mean to the Boston Red Sox, right? So that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about what Alex Verdugo is doing at the plate and on the field, how he was able to change it, and we're going to talk about why his performance is so important to the overall success of the 2023 Red Sox. But before we get into that, do me a favor. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you're new here, we talk Red Sox content almost every single day. Also, make sure you guys hit the like button on this video as well. Helps these videos out a ton, and it would mean a lot to me. Thank you all very much for clicking on this one. Let's get into it. It's no secret right now that Alex Verdugo's on an absolute tear, right? He's hitting .341 at the plate with an impressive .407 on base percentage and a .524 slug, which equates to an .931 OPS and a .155 OPS plus, meaning right now during the month of April, he has been about 55% more productive at the plate than the average hitter in baseball. He also has 3 home runs to go along with that, 10 RBIs, 4 doubles, and a triple, all to go along with those numbers. So what's the big difference between this year and last year? Well, it has a lot to do with what Alex Verdugo is focusing on at the plate. Last year, Alex Verdugo wanted to increase his power numbers at the plate and become more of a power hitter, right? He was aiming for seats. He bulked up a little bit, he moved his swing path a little bit, and he was trying to lift the ball more, which is why last year we saw a lot of warning track flyouts. This year, he slimmed down a little bit. He wants to be more athletic on the field and at the plate, and he's aiming for gaps instead of seats. And what you're starting to see with this athleticism is an increase in statistics across the board, not just in terms of the batter's box. For example, last year, Alex Verdugo was in the 38th percentile in sprint speed, meaning that he was about 12% slower than the average player in baseball. This year, so far, again, small sample size, he is in the 62nd percentile, meaning that now he is about 12% faster than the average player in baseball. Also on the field, his outs above last year were miserable, right? He finished in the 13th percentile in all of baseball, one of the worst outs above averages in the game. Well, in 2023 so far, he's in the 94th percentile for outs above average, meaning he's in the top 6% of defenders in terms of outs above average in baseball. He's also taking a lot more walks too, on top of the athleticism. It's not a major increase, but Alex Verdugo has gone from the 27th percentile in terms of walks in 2022 to the 49th percentile, meaning he's getting on base more often. And you don't really need those statistics. You could just use your eye test for this one, right? Is he on base more than he was last year? 100%. Alex Verdugo's always been a really hard player to strike out. He's always had one of the lowest K rates in baseball. He's also a guy who's always been very, very good with bat to ball skills. He's always had one of the lowest whiff rates in baseball. Now you add in the fact that he is taking more walks, getting on base more often, he's increased his sprint speed, and he's aiming more for gaps than he is for seats. Alex Verdugo is becoming a very dangerous hitter in Major League Baseball. He's also becoming a very dangerous fielder as well. We talked about the fact that his outs above average has seen an exponential increase so far this year, but aside from just outs above average, his outfielder jump percentile went from 43rd to 75th, which basically means right now he's having quicker reaction times to baseball and overall making better decisions on the field, which is making him a really, really great right fielder, something the Red Sox desperately needed. But these stats alone are affecting more than just Alex Verdugo himself. One of the biggest fears for this Red Sox team going into 2023 was that they did not have a solid leadoff hitter, right? They haven't had one in a while. We even made a video detailing all about who could be the leadoff hitter on this team because no one really knew. Well, Alex Verdugo has appeared to have taken that mantle and ran with it, because so far in 2023, in the leadoff position, Alex Verdugo's hitting .333 with a 400 on base percentage and a 956 OPS with 153 OPS plus. Really close to his actual numbers for the season, because he spent most of the year in the leadoff role. And it's not that he's just leading off against righties. He's doing it from both sides so far this year. Against righties, Alex Verdugo is smashing them. He's a .380 average with a 198 OPS plus, almost 100% better than the average player in baseball. And with lefties, he has a .281 average with a 95 OPS plus. A little bit below average, but still very productive against lefties in this lineup. He is a table setter right now, something the Red Sox have not had since Mookie Betts, who I hate bringing up when we're talking about Alex Verdugo, but seriously, when was the last time we had a guy like this who was able to set up rallies and set up innings like Alex Verdugo has been doing so far this year? Alex Verdugo's getting on early, he's getting on often, and you're seeing just how impactful that can be for this Red Sox team. And one person this is really important for is our best player, Rafael Devers, right? David Ortiz talked about at the beginning of the year that, hey, listen, this lineup may not be able to protect Devers at all. And Alex Verdugo's obviously leading off. It's hard for him to individually protect Rafael Devers, but with Alex Verdugo getting on base 40% of the time, you're obviously giving Rafael Devers more opportunities to drive him in and increase his RBI total. But also on top of that too, Alex Verdugo has been putting together really good at-bats. What this does for not only Devers but the rest of the lineup as well is, one, allow them to see a lot of pitches, right? If Alex Verdugo in the first inning has an 8-pitch at bat, the opposing pitcher is probably going to use a lot of what he's been keeping and trying to get individual guys out on. Well, now you're starting to see what that kind of looks like before you even step up to the plate. But for Devers specifically, Alex Verdugo is putting together those really good at bats, and Rafael Devers is coming up right after him and getting some more mistake pitches than he's gotten in the past, and he's been able to absolutely hammer them, right? And if Alex Verdugo could set up the best player on this team and allow the best player on this team to do what he does best, that's a recipe for success in my book. But it's not like Alex Verdugo's just getting on base. It's not like he's just simply slapping the ball up the middle and allowing everyone else to drive him in. He's been extremely clutch himself. So far this year, with 2 outs and runners in scoring position, Alex Verdugo's hitting an insane .556 average with a wild .667 on base percentage and a just impressive 237 OPS plus. In late close games, he's hitting .357 with a 400 on base percentage and a 128 OPS plus. In tie games, he's hitting .368 with a 455 on base percentage and a 232 OPS plus. He also has 4 walk-off hits in the last 3 years, more than anyone else on this team by more than 3, right? The next best couple of guys only have 1. Alex Verdugo is simply clutch, which is massive for this Red Sox team, who at the beginning of the year was relying a lot of their offense on one singular guy, maybe 2 if you include Rafael Devers. Once Adam Duvall went down, everyone was wondering where the offensive production is going to come from. And Alex Verdugo is not hitting insane amounts of home runs. He's not creating an insane amount of RBIs, but what he is doing is table setting for the rest of this lineup, and he's keeping games going, right? We talked about the walk-off the other night against the Minnesota Twins, but even late in games, if he's not driving guys in, he's getting on base to set up the next guy to do that. And that is something that is super important to the success of this Red Sox team. But we've talked a lot about statistics so far in this video. I want to talk about Alex Verdugo outside of statistics for a second, because Alex Verdugo, when he's playing well, is an absolute electric factory in terms of personality, right? He's electric on the field. He is a leader when he's doing well, and he's all around just an awesome vibes type guy, which I know we talk about a lot on this channel, but is super important to the success of this Red Sox team. Them staying positive, them staying upbeat, and them staying as one singular unit is essential to the success of the Red Sox, and the guy who's at the center of that right now is Alex Verdugo. Take, for example, there are a few guys on this team right now who have not started the year well, right? Specifically guys like Arroyo, Yoshida, Casas, even Rob Refsnyder's had a bit of a low average so far this year. Alex Verdugo, before every game, comes into the clubhouse and has an individual secret handshake with each of them. Everyone on the team, really, from what I can tell, Alex Verdugo is going around and he's making sure that people remember that, hey, this is a game, and at the end of the day, you have to have fun to be successful at it. That's just how it works. It does not matter how good your skills are, because if you are not having fun, you are not enjoying yourself, you are not going to be able to play this game the way that you can truly play it. Alex Verdugo is a fantastic reminder of that, both on the field and off the field. Alex Verdugo's grown into a bit of a leader in this clubhouse. We saw at the beginning of the year, Jarren Duran essentially was his shadow during spring training, during the World Baseball Classic, and yes, Jarren Duran's success so far at the big league level is mostly attributed to the fact that he has changed his entire approach at the plate, but at the same time too, it does not hurt for Jarren Duran to follow around a guy like Alex Verdugo, who most of the time is very lighthearted, very upbeat, a guy who knows what he can do and knows how he can do it, and instill that mentality into young players like Jarren Duran, who right now is trying to turn his career around. Alex Verdugo is doing more on the field and off the field than we've seen in a very long time. And obviously, this is extremely early, right? We're not even a full month into the season, and things could go one of two ways. Alex Verdugo can maintain this, well, I guess three. Alex Verdugo can maintain this, Alex Verdugo can get better, or Alex Verdugo can get worse. But if Alex Verdugo does any of those two things, either gets better or maintains this, this is the type of guy that I want on this Red Sox team for a very long time. If we get to the All-Star break and Alex Verdugo is hitting the way he's hitting, one, he'll probably be an All-Star, but two, the Red Sox should really start considering possibly giving him an extension at that time before he starts thinking about going to free agency. But it's way too early to talk about that, so for now, let me know in the comment section down below, what do you think of Alex Verdugo so far this year? What do you think of his statistics on the field? What do you think of his personality off the field? And how big do you think his impact is on this Red Sox team right now? And how big do you think his impact could be throughout the 2023 regular season, and hopefully even further than that? Let me know all your thoughts in the comment section down below on Alex Verdugo. As always, if you made it to the end of this video, do me a favor, make sure you guys have hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you're new here, we talk Red Sox content almost every single day. Also, make sure you guys have hit the like button on this video as well. Helps out a ton, and it would mean a lot to me. Thank you all very much for clicking on this one, and I will see you in the red seats.